I'm Katojo. I play the Dragonborn fighter Silverclaw.
I'm Stormwolf. I play Krivgar, the Dragonborn Bard, who's got a rainbow phone over his head.
Glad your mom decorated your nursery.
Oh man!
Oh
Shots
snap!
fired.
Those
That
are
was
fighting
good.
words.
What's up?
I'm Worm Food. I play Tiberius, the incredibly smart and yet lovable cleric
modest.
healer. Hey, without my guy, you'd all be dead. You'd all be dead.
Alright, well, I am Misty Moonlight from the chat, and I play the high elf evocation wizard Terra, because I had an excellent hotness roll, thank you very much, to Krivgar last game.
Oh, I thought because you like to use Fireball. Yeah, that's
That too. And I guess I'm going to do the recap for everybody this week. So last week, everybody met my character, and that's Tara. The original Misty was summoned to a meeting with the cultist leader named Duramor Borngray.
Officially impressed.
And unfortunately, that's where she met her end, since they had discovered that the party was not there on their behalf. Sorry, my dog.
The Shih Tzu attacked.
Looks like you were just trying to fight her off. She just looks like
that was crazy.
fending off the beast.
Yeah, she has a Shih Tzu. I have a bulldog. If we mate them, we're gonna have a bullshit.
Yeah.
Alright, so after she met up with the party and informed them of the cultists' plans for them, they all descended into the caverns, where Tara took several kills away from Kiddo Joe. Although he got one or two from her as well. And we fought some elite bullywugs, and we fought some multiple frogs, which was quite a glorious battle, with one fireball taking out most of them. And
Don't forget the gray slime that rusted Silverclaw.
oh yes, the gray slime. And we fought a gray slime, and that pretty much did a number on Silverclaw's weapon there.
And armor, yeah.
And armor. Yeah, exactly.
Can't forget that.
And now we're heading further into the caves as we're looking for the portal that's going to get us out of here and to safety in the mountains.
All right, great recap. So, yes, you guys know that there is somewhere within this cavern under Castle Naerytar, there is a portal that Misty has, that Tara has informed you guys of. You haven't found it yet. You are in a massive cavern. The ceiling's about 30 to 40 feet tall. You've encountered quite a few frogs here, when, with the help of a fireball, dispose of them rather quickly. Also found what appeared to be possibly the nursery. And where we left off last week, there's an island here in the middle of this chamber. Also, to the southwest, you can feel like a windy draft coming, and you can see that the water is flowing to the west. Out of your darkness, out of range of all of your dark visions, it seems like the area of the cave extends further to the west, also to the south, and then you have this chamber directly in front of you along the shore that is spreading like a 2 to 3 foot tall, 2 to 3 foot high blanket of mist that's just slowly creeping out of this chamber to the north. The floor is yours, folks.
All right, guys. What do you think? I say we go south because I want a chance to use my breathe underwater hat. No.
Dave, is there any way to manipulate that hat so that way he thinks he's breathing underwater? But
I
he's
say we
actually
throw him in and
not?
see what happens.
Well, I'm the leader, right? Okay,
Cleric
so
always thinks that.
we could do that, or we could go towards the mist. I'm just thinking if we go towards the mist, nothing good comes out of the mist. Let me just tell you now from experience. Nothing good comes from mist.
What kind of experience is that?
Hey, I got a lot of experience about mist. Where I'm from, it's called Misty Hollows up in Waterdeep. See, you guys just totally buy it. I have no idea what I'm talking about. All right, so what do you think? We could go if we go towards the mist. I mean, it's lighter out there, or we could go towards the south where the current is taking things. I mean, this is an awful big area here, and we're just skirting the edge of it.
Yeah, and you did find quite a few gold pieces and gems last week also.
That's right. And a lot of frogs. There's a lot of burnt frogs in this area. If anybody has a hankering to do any frog killing, Silverclaw? Huh? I don't think there's any frogs in the mist.
You never know what could be in that mist. Could be
One
more
of these
frogs
days,
than
I
anything.
am gonna snap and try to kill you, Tiberius.
Oh, jeez. What a nice guy, huh?
I'm all for the mist. Let's just go for it.
I mean, yeah, we're here. Why don't we just go inside and see what's being surrounded by mist?
That sounds great. I think I'll follow one of you guys, though.
Oh,
Plus,
go
we have
away.
this excellent elven cleric here that's got our back, right? She gives Tiberius a wink.
All right.
Plus, we have a rogue who goes stealth in there real fast and tell us what he might say.
You mean an expendable rogue?
Yeah, it is rather dark. I'm sure that Zelos could possibly take advantage of the shadows and use them to his advantage.
And besides, wouldn't the mist helps conceal his movement somewhat?
Now, is the mist
Absolutely.
the mist is up to the north, correct?
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is. It's coming out and flowing out. Also, one more thing I
Where's
wanted
the
to...
mist?
Yeah, it is. That's it. One more thing I wanted to mention was we're going to be doing a new system that I'm incorporating in all of my games, and this is primarily for the classes that try to find traps and try to unlock and try to disarm them. Now, if you click your perception macro now, Sisson Guy, you're going to see that there are 8 rolls that are going to pop up. And from left to right, there's just 4 yellow boxes with 4 numbers, 4 solid numbers. It's your perception roll. And then there's going to be one for your thieves' tools also. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll an 8-sided on my end, because this is what happens in all games, not only on a virtual tabletop, but around the table also. If the person rolling the detect traps on a chest rolls low, everybody sees that roll and goes, "Oh my god, I'm backing up!" or "I'm going around the corner." And it happens. We've all done it. So what this does is when you do your 8 rolls, then I, on my end, I will roll my trusty handy-dandy 8-sided here, and I will choose from top left being 1 all the way to bottom right number being 8. I will roll my 8-sided, and then I will select whatever I roll. That will be your official roll. So there will be a pool of numbers that you rolled, and I will use the one that I rolled. And then I will give you the description of, maybe you broke a pick, maybe, tumblers went off, maybe you're sure, maybe you're not so sure. So you seeing that roll is not going to dictate what everybody else is going to do. And the same thing goes for, trying to disarm the traps or picking the lock on the chest. So there could be some ramifications. If it's a close DC, I'll say, yeah, you could feel rather confident, and still everybody's doing dexterity saving throws because of the fireball still came out of the chest. So I think it'll add a lot more flavor, and it'll keep everybody on their toes a little bit more instead of just seeing that low roll and saying, okay, I'm doing this, when in all reality that shouldn't be happening in it, anyway. So, just to let you know, before you rolled your perception or your thieves' tools and you saw 8 different numbers on there and you were wondering what the heck is going on.
Okay, question. How do I get to that list of macros one more time, please?
You just go to the attributes and abilities on your character sheet.
Gotcha. Okay, now I remember. Thank you.
Yep, no problem. And if you want to give the
Well, crap.
thieves' tools will look like this. You'll see that there are 8 numbers, and also your perception check. That's going to have 8 numbers. So, if you were looking for if you were looking at the chest with that perception roll, it could be anywhere between a 5 and a 17. Only I'm the only one that's going to know what I rolled. What you rolled.
Well, I am screwed up.
Thanks for the follow,
This is insane.
Anim.
I can't access those macros. I go over to abilities and attributes, and all I'm getting is basically a blank page with a little bit of crap writing on it. I'm going to have to back out of Roll20, I guess, and get back in.
Okay, not a problem.
It happened last week. It's just drives me nuts.
No problem. So everybody like that new way? It prevents everybody looking at the roll and saying, "Oh, I guess he failed his check. I'm gonna start." And then I start seeing tokens moving around corners and behind walls and whatnot. So, yeah.
So, Dave, it's still okay for me to be a chicken and hide every time, because that's my normal modus operandi.
Absolutely.
Right, good.
But see,
Until he
sometimes,
gets you out in the hallway.
yeah, maybe there's traps that are down the hallway, and it kind of all pushes towards the center of a room. Maybe. Welcome back.
Well, I have a disarm trap spell, so one of these days I'll be able to use it.
Yeah, that would be good.
But not while we have a thief, a friendly thief. Like Casper the friendly ghost.
Okay.
Zelos the friendly thief.
What do you guys think of the viewers? They actually voted for the monsters to have the boon tonight. Man.
No, how could you?
I think the viewers ought to play, and we ought to criticize.
I love it, actually. The viewers are my favorite people, and they never say anything bad about me. So I love it. I don't know about the rest of these guys.
It's never gonna get you anywhere, Toby.
When you guys aren't on the stream, these guys, everybody else, just basically disses the stream. I've never heard such horrible things, but I love you guys.
The atrocities.
Yes, it's horrible. These guys are terrible.
The horror of it all.
All right,
Alright,
Zelos.
so anyway, you would like me to proceed?
Yeah, I want you to find that giant white dragon in the mist that's making that. So, and then go ahead and attack it. Just get it. You can
Well,
take it.
we're going to walk very slowly and very carefully to the north and the west, and we're going to stop in about 20 feet.
It is a very cool mist, also. Definitely a temperature change as you enter that corridor, Zelos.
Okay.
Probably about a 10-15 degree difference. Actually, quite chilly.
What's our vision in this place?
It's like I said. It's got about a 2 to 3 foot, tall wall
got a layer
of
of
mist.
mist.
Yeah, about 2 to
Okay.
3 foot tall. You can see that towards your north, it looks like the chamber ends, but it looks like it does travel east, and it also travels west.
I'm going to lurch into here a little bit further.
Okay. So as you lurch in a little
And-
bit further, you don't hear anything except for the water that is constantly dripping from the ceiling. You don't hear any kind of sharp noises, and in fact it gets a little quieter as you leave the main chamber, where everybody else, still is located.
Okay. I think it's time to turn around and give the hand signal to come forward to the rest
You and
of
your
the
crazy
party.
hand signals.
Yeah, this one means come, this one means stop, and this one's 1.5.
I was going to say, I'm ready to give you a hand signal, but you don't want me to
I
do it on
just gave
stream.
you one.
Yeah, let me go ahead and move on into the mist.
Okay. These are
No
still
offense, Tara.
10 by 10 squares, so stick to the corner of the squares. That'll give us the most accurate representation where everybody is on on a grid.
So you said the mist is cooler, about X amount of degrees.
Yeah,
or
it's
few
about
degrees
10 to
cooler.
15 degrees cooler. You were, quite humid in the larger portion of the cave where all the frogs were, sweating and whatnot, muggy. Now it's actually quite cool. The whole entire chamber's really cool.
So I'll be the first to say it. Dudes, this chamber is so cool.
Dudes, there's something really awesomely large back behind us to the east.
Yeah, there is. Some large wooden object. Also, you can see that there's where the ground ends, basically. And just kind of drops off, it looks like.
Let's take a look
Oh,
at it.
It's
Let's
a
head,
Trojan horse.
let's head east. Check it out. I'll wait back here while you guys check it out, just in case it blows up.
Alright. So as Krivgar, you travel east into this chamber, you can see that there is a very large wooden crane.
That's
And
what
it
when
is.
I saw that, that's what I exactly thought. It looks like a crane.
It is a very large wooden crane. It is crank powered, and you can see that the long arm is stretched out over the chamber that descends down. I'll also remove the other bit of dynamic lighting that I have so you can see down into the chamber.
Is there anything laying around this on the floor?
No, there isn't. But, however, you can see that there are... actually, I want everybody to give me a perception check. And for yours, Zelos, we'll take the very first number for single checks. Nice, Tiberius.
Even though he's the furthest one back, he gets the highest.
Yeah, and you can see that
is
there's
weird.
a nice silken rope, probably about 100 feet worth of rope, a wooden crank. This thing is really nicely built. There's ball bearings in this thing, swivels back and forth. So, what do you guys think? Because you can see down into the hole. There's a ladder there. It goes down about 20 feet, and then off to the east, you can see that there are some more very shallow steps. So, what you can see, Tiberius, both Tiberius and Zelos, both of you can see faint, what seems to be deep gouges in the not deep gouges, but sort of like semi tracks. It looks like they're kind of heading off to the west in a west to northwest fashion.
Are they like dragging tracks, like something's been dragged, or are
No.
they like a person's tracks, like they've been walking?
Well, there are some tracks mixed in, and now you guys have your tracks here, but it appears to be like a smaller, like a wagon or carry cart.
So it looks
And
to
that's
me
going
like
to the west?
Yes, they go from where the crane is at, the wooden crane, to the
Go back to
west,
the west.
to the
Okay.
west. And but then as
Got it.
the mist creeps up, you kind of lose the tracks again.
so it must be how they're hoisting the wagons across
The loot.
this ledge here. So about how far down is that ladder? How far down is that ledge?
About 20 feet. It's
Oh,
actually
so
a
if I were to
pretty.
push Krivgar, he'd probably die then.
He would take 2d6 damage, yes.
Okay.
But I would make him do a dexterity saving throw, maybe mitigate some of the damage.
Okay, so this crane is obviously for hoisting pretty heavy things. What do you
is.
guys say? Let's I mean, that just goes without saying. All my crane knowledge is finally coming in handy. So, what do you guys want to do? I say we go down and take a gander.
Well, there were a set of stairs back that way. to
Or
the
there's a
west.
ladder right here. I'm
Okay,
looking
let's
right
go
on.
down the ladder.
Oh, I'll go last, just to back everybody up in case something horrible happens. Is that ladder, Dave? Is that ladder like attached, or is it kind of leaned up against there?
No, it's kind of It's anchored into the actual earthen wall.
Okay,
It's
so there's
anchored
really...
in. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere.
Okay, all right. Just making sure, because as Krivgar got on there, I was thinking maybe I'd
Tip it.
kick it.
No, actually, it looks like Silverclaw's going down at first.
So Silverclaw, when you get down there, tell us how the trip was. Is it pretty safe? Is that ladder pretty safe? Pretty sturdy?
Dave, I looked at it for any way to manipulate this thing so that way it can fall, so that way when Tiberius goes down, all I have to do is pull a pin. Boom.
Well, it'll probably take you for a little while. I mean, if you want to do that, I mean, you can give me an investigation check.
No, I won't do it.
I
I'm
mean,
too
if you want
handsome.
to, hey, we can do it if you want. You might mess up his elvish eyebrows. You don't want to do that.
No big loss.
I'm too handsome to die.
So Krivgar,
So
both of the Dragonborn are now at the bottom of the pit. You can see that the
The-
arm's hanging over about 10, 15, 20 feet.
And the ladder's pretty sturdy then.
Yeah,
Obviously, they're the biggest.
It didn't
so-
move.
Yeah.
You were actually paying attention to it. You were making sure that it wasn't moving and jostling around when they were going down. But no, it looks anchored. You give it a couple little nudges and
What do
kicks,
we
and
see
it
at the
doesn't
bottom
move.
under the crane?
Well, there's nothing under the crane, but you can see that there are more of these tracks, and now it's more apparent to where everybody can actually see this because of the dust is much thicker down here. And then also you can see to the southeast there's sort of like a shallow ramp.
Well, I'm going to go ahead and...
Tiberius and say, go ahead, you go first.
Okay, yeah, I was going to say, I'm going to go ahead and go down. I'll jump off the very last rung and then land like a cat. Just to be all prepared.
What are we
Came
seeing
in on
right
all
here
fours.
on the wall of the cavern?
I
Yeah.
was just about to ask, what's
Yeah.
this thing on the wall?
So Krivgar, as you and Zelos get over to the wall, you can see that there is a lever in the up position. It is just a two-way lever, up and down. And it is, like I said, it's in the up position.
Well, I know
No,
I'm not going to touch it.
I don't want to mess with that just yet.
Everybody's
Why don't
yelling.
we just leave that alone?
As Krivgar reaches for the lever, everybody's yelling, "No, no!" It's so good.
I wasn't going to touch it. I was
Yeah, he's reaching for the lever, and Tara looks up
You're
and
just gonna
realizes
dust
she's
it
right
off.
under the
We know.
crane and backs up real quick.
I was actually going to say, let's let the rogue inspect this thing first before I even touch it.
Yeah, take a
Find
look
out
at it.
if we
Zelos.
have to touch it.
Welcome to the channel, Kombuka Kid. Welcome to
We
the
should
channel,
not
man.
leave any levers unflipped.
D&D's a great game.
So Zelos, take a gander at it.
Welcome to the channel.
I want to investigate
Like what you
the
see,
lever
hit
for,
the follow.
for traps and
You'll know
operations.
when I go live.
Signs.
4 games a week, plus fireside chat. 5 days a week, D&D.
There's a sticky note on it that says, "Don't flip this as a trap."
No, there's no notes on it, but like I said, the lever is just up. It's in the up position, and it doesn't look like... I mean, all of you have seen other, types of mechanisms like this where there's different slots and grooves where you can move the handle, but this is just up and down. Looks like just a plain up and down lever.
Let's just leave it alone for now. I think we want to go down the step to the south and...
Do you want to test out your brand new
east.
perception chill, looking for traps or anything, possibly, Zealous?
Would you like me to
Try it out.
completely restart? I'd have to completely restart Roll20. I've lost my macros again.
Can you not click on your token and them not show up?
I cannot click on the token and get the macros to show up.
Okay, I'll turn them on for you. Give me just 1 second. Let me turn them on for you, bud.
In the meantime, Tara's going to sing us a song.
Yeah, that's going to happen.
They should start showing up for you there, Zealous.
Zelos, you might have to click off on somebody else's token and then back to your token for it to
Yeah.
refresh.
I'm putting some pretty your more important your more important checks
I've
on
got
there
the
for you.
rapier and the short bow down there already.
Yeah. Okay. Well, let's see.
So-
There's stealth. There's thieves' tools. All right, there you go. You
Zelos.
should have some on there now. Where's your bow too? I need to put your bow on there too.
I've got my bow already.
You got
my
it on there?
rapier already.
Okay.
Yeah, they're down below.
10-4 on that.
Oh, rapier. Okay, that's
I've got
probably a better macro
initiative
than
and
the one I
rapier
said.
and acrobatics check up at the top.
All right. Well, you can click off and click on it again, and you should have perception, stealth, sleight of hand, pretty much all your roguey stuff.
There we go. Okay, perception check.
Yep.
There it
All right.
is.
So let me see which roll that we'll use. So Zealous, you give this lever a good once over, and it looks pretty clear. You don't see any kind of wires around the lever. You don't see anything up inside where the groove is, where the groove goes up and down. Looks just like an ordinary lever. It looks like it's probably even going to possibly move something, because you can see back in the back there's gears and whatnot, a couple pistons.
Well, one of us could
Okay,
always go back
well.
up the ladder just in case, and then try it out, see what happens.
It probably
I
just
move
runs.
over to the lever and just pull it down.
I'll go up to the top and you all try it out.
That's right.
Yeah, well, you could use your main hand, your ledger hand main, whatever it is, your
Ledger
Mage
domain.
hand.
yeah ledger
Sleight of
domain
hand.
yeah, sleight of hands. Yeah, you could do that,
There you
or
go.
to pick locks and stuff. I don't know how in the hell you can see that to do it, but whatever the rules say.
Dave, I said I walk over there and just pull down the goddamn lever.
All right, everybody, give me dexterity saving throws. Fireball just popped out. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just trolling you guys. Thank goodness for webcams. It was awesome
I
to see
give,
everybody's eyes get real big.
I give
Okay.
Kadojo the stink eye. I'm like,
Aw.
So as Kadoja kind of bursts through everybody and pulls the lever down, you can hear several clicks, click, 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 and there is a very slight rumbling as this wall over here on the eastern side starts to go down. It actually lowers from the ceiling down to the floor, and it opens up.
Into the floor. Okay.
Nice job. Secret door. Secret
Yep.
passage. Nobody has the guts to say that they're going to start walking towards the secret door. The secret
And I
passage.
start walking out towards the secret door.
All right.
I'll follow.
It's actually a pretty brightly lit area. As the cave door comes down, you can see the light starting to protrude over the wall as it's lowering very slowly. And this looks to be a pretty familiar place. Looks like
we
you're-
went around in a circle?
looks like you're back towards
Back on the other side
the
of this
beginning
where we
room.
got in.
Yeah. Yep.
Oh, let's go back.
Yeah, where you guys came down the stairs. The party, you guys came down the stairs over here because there's the other lamp. So as you can see across the chamber, there's the entryway to where you guys came in. So what the cultists are doing is they know where this ramp is. That's why they have it. It's just like Tiberius said. This is what they're using to pick up all of these goods that everybody else up in Castle Naerytar they're packing up on a daily basis. So they're
And it
they're bringing
bypasses
them in
the
here.
Bullywugs.
Exactly, bypasses everything, and they just get it out of here. And like Tara said, there is a portal here that goes somewhere high into the Greypeak Mountains. Supposedly it does work. The cultists use it. She's never been here, so she doesn't know where it is, and that's what you still need to find out.
All right, guys. Now you're going to listen to me. Get in the water and go south.
Didn't we have a different direction to investigate before we went this way towards the crane?
Yes,
No, what do
we can move opposite from the crane. There's another set of stairs going somewhere.
Sure, I'll follow you guys. Let's do it.
Well, the Dragonborn are leaving you two behind, or three behind.
Annam, thank you
And
very much
I
for
will-
the
They're still
follow.
fighting this way.
Stormy
Forget
Rabbit,
this.
Viperhide,
Or it's the other way.
Charles, North
Oh, I thought all
Carolina,
those lizards are really
Truth
good
Olds.
climbers.
Thank you guys. Appreciate it. Thanks for the
I want-
follows.